Have you noticed that after the COVID pandemic, a lot more employers are actually more open to having remote work? Are you someone who is brand new to working remotely, or are you an experienced remote worker? If you're brand new to working remotely, this video will provide you with 8 tips that you can use so that you will be able to work successfully from home remotely. Hello, my name is Patrina, and I am a career mentor that is passionate about helping new immigrants to Canada be able to launch into their next role without having to start from scratch. And I'm also passionate about helping immigrants that have been in Canada and been working look to transition into their brand new role. So essentially what I do here at JJump is I really just provide you with amazing tips and tricks of how best to navigate the Canadian career landscape so that you can be successful and you can have all of the right tips that you need if you're looking to apply for jobs, approve your resumes, optimize your LinkedIn, and then also get multiple interviews so that you can finally negotiate and get the salary that you deserve. Hello. If you are brand new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back, liking and sharing with your friends and with your family, and those people that you know that are coming brand new to Canada. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do me an amazing favor and just hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell, so that when we have brand new videos that can help you on your career journey, you will be notified, because I'm really excited about helping you in your career to thrive. Okay, so let me get into the video. As I mentioned, I will be talking to you about 8 tips that can help you navigate the remote working life successfully. So I would love to start with the very first one. You might be thinking, oh, I'm working remotely, I can work whenever, and that's going to be a key benefit. I think the very first thing you should do to help make your life easy is set regular working hours. When you set working hours, maybe from 9 to 5, what you can do is you can block off your calendar, and this can help you have a time and a place and know exactly when you're going to be on your work computer in your work location. Why? So that you can reduce the bleed into your personal life and after work hours. The challenge with working remotely is we're always switched on, and you really need to set clear boundaries and set clear working hours. Think about it in terms of what are the core working hours for the organization. It might be that they work usually from 9 to 5, so make those your core hours and have it scheduled in your calendar when you have your lunch breaks. Scheduling your lunch breaks is also very, very important, so people know not to book meetings in that time. And if you have pickup, if you have drop off of your children and then pick up of your children and you need to block those times off, make sure that you actually do that in your calendar as well. The second thing that you need to do is define your workspace. Working remotely, you might be thinking, oh, I can just work from my couch or from my lunch table. What that will do for you is mentally it kind of causes a little bit of confusion. We are a little bit of creatures of habit. And so what I want you to do is think about where can you have your little office space. If it's going to be in the kitchen, you'll have your desk and your computer and your monitor and your chair. Make sure you define your working place. If it's in an actual another bedroom, you make sure that that room is just used for work, right? So define your working space, right? Working from home, rather than just working all over and making your mind get a little bit flustered and more relaxed. If you define your workplace, that will help you. So you know exactly, okay, I'm going to get up get ready and dress up, and then I'm going to go to my working area. So define your work area. That's the second thing. The third thing that I want you to do, tied into defining your hours, is to prioritize taking breaks. I know, working remotely, you might just get into the zone, you might forget to eat, you might forget to do whatever, but please, 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 for your mental health and then also to reduce stress, try as much as possible to actually have your breaks. Most places depends, you might have a 15-minute in the morning, your lunch hour break, and then it may be another 15 minutes in the afternoon. Try as much as possible to schedule your time and put it in your calendar so that you can actually maybe get reminders if you're not usually taking all your breaks. It will really help you. Sometimes you just need to get away from the computer, get away from the work environment, maybe go for a walk and come back more clear-headed with more ideas that you can work with. The fourth thing that I want to say is make sure that you request and get all of the tools that you need. Working remotely, the danger is that you might want to use your personal computer to do your work stuff, but that's a no-no. Why? Because companies really budget to make sure that they have a computer and they have microphones, headsets, cameras. If you're doing a lot of video conferencing, they budget for this stuff, and most of them will mail it out to you. Just request any additional things that you need, right? So make sure you have the right tools. You need the right tools to do the job. The fifth thing, number five, the fifth thing that I would like to recommend for you if you're going to work remotely so that you can be successful is try as much as possible in your mind and in your workspace to separate your personal from your work. What do I mean? Separate your personal accounts, your Gmails, your Office 365s if you have a personal one, from your work ones. So just this ties into having the right tools from the company. If you have the right computer and everything, all you need to do is make sure that you separate. So when you're working, you don't go on your personal Gmail, use your personal email computer to do that. The sixth thing that I want to talk to you about is the importance of socializing and building interpersonal relations with your colleagues and with the clients that you work with. Working remotely, the danger is that you're not being seen visibly in person, coming in or going into sites to go and see clients. So working remotely, you want to set aside time to have meetings where you're actually meeting your clients and your stakeholders, and you're presentable, you're dressed in business casual, you have the right tools, placements of your laptops, and you're using a good headset that can help you build your relationships and communicate effectively. The seventh thing is you need to participate in meetings. You actually have to communicate, you have to be visible, you have to come up with really important points that you're bringing to the meeting. You're not just piggybacking on other people's ideas, but you're being thoughtful, you're using your problem-solving skills to help the organization, but more so you're prepared, you attend meetings on time, you're dressed appropriately, you're sounding intelligent, you're not using a lot of filler words, and you're actually participating in meetings. It's so bad if you get into a meeting and you're silent. We need to reduce the being silent in meetings, right? And then again, we also might need to reduce the number of meetings that we have, but that's a whole other video that we will talk about. The eighth thing that I want to talk about that can help you be successful working remotely, this is actually a very important one. This one is communicate, communicate, communicate. So communicate as often as you can, over communicate. What do I mean by that? Make sure that you are being visible and you're being heard, and also make sure that you are bringing your ideas into meetings, into emails, and you are letting people know where you're at, the progress of the work that you're working on, and any new ideas that you might have for the organization or progress on projects. Really important because you're not on site, and so you need to over communicate. Let people know when you're going to have appointments and you're not going to be there. Let people know when you need to reschedule stuff. But also remember that punctuality, over communication, having a really great attitude and enthusiasm are critical for success in the work environment. So overall, in this video, I've talked about 8 key things that you can practice or you can think about that can help you be successful working remotely. What you will find is that working remotely really requires a lot more planning and intentionality, discipline, as well as you need to have really stellar communication skills. And what you'll find is there's so much information out there about what you should do working from home, but what you need to do overall is find what works for you and do what works for you. And one tip just to add to this and round this off and summarize is remember to make sure that even if you're working remotely, you need to come in with as much enthusiasm and excitement remotely as you would on site. Okay, that's a very important one. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and share. And I want you to tell me, if you are working remotely, what is one thing that has helped you be successful to work remotely? And then also what I want you to do is, if in this video you're looking for your next role, you should check out my free ebook that talks about the things that you need to do in order to land your next 75K plus role if you're brand new to Canada. And then also, if maybe you need help with your resume, it's also in the description box. So I want you to tell me from this video, what was one of the remote working tips that resonated with you, and what would you be doing if you got a remote role? What would you do first, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it and you're brand new here, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you are notified. So until I see you next time, have a fantastic day.